So what we're gonna get? Probably Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Go, maybe something new. Also, no one's watching this, but hello! I'm waiting on the brothers or brother to return. One minute to go. Hiding the chat for now. Everyone doing the Digimon collection for the Switch. That's not Pokemon. $20 to go. Such high energy. Just woke up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Stop.
Stop. Hammer time. Hello.
How you doing?
I'd be better if I'd had a bit more sleep, but, you know, as is life. Oh, Jesus.
Let's. So what's this thing that I'm searching up now?
I can send you the link.
Good. That is a good plan.
Oh my god, it's suddenly very loud.
I imagine it is right.
Oh, that's better. Oh my god, this live stream started and like immediately just blaring noise. Oh, 1 minute timer.
Okay.
Yeah, 60 seconds, counting down.
I don't know, I just thought it would be fun to watch something like the Nintendo Direct that we never ended up recording or anything. That was the best content I've ever had because of the bloody triangle strategy.
It's the best name ever. You can't. The Salt Iron was a critical lore, Andrew.
I really hope they never rename it.
Agreed. There's Lawrence coming in with his commentary. Critical.
10, 9, 8. The Thunderbirds are coming again.
I've got a 5-second delay on you.
Nice.
I'm at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off.
Alright, I paused it so that we should be on about the same now.
Pokemon Presents, and then
Pokémon Company. Today, I'm happy to share with you our latest updates on a number of games. First, we'd like to share some
Which
news
one's
about
first?
Pokemon's first strategic team.
Okay, so we can talk for a bit because the first thing's Unite, and no one cares about Unite.
Version of the game has
And
already been released.
have you actually played Unite?
Has now been
I
set
haven't
for
played
September
Unite.
2nd.
All I've heard about Unite is apparently it's
In
like
anticipation
Okay.
gacha hell.
Really? Oh, that's not good.
App Store,
I downloaded it just so I could get the free Zeraora,
can play together in Pokemon Unite.
and
Yeah.
haven't actually played a match. Graham has played. He said it's okay.
Also receive special gifts in their games based on the number of
Pikachu Holloway.
mobile version, thanks to a special campaign
Apparent-
happening now.
Apparently, it's got a major problem with like the whole gacha addiction thing.
So I definitely shouldn't play it then. I
and
already
it's
play
strong-
like 3 or 4 gacha games.
release can also receive
Apparently, it's strongly. There's like 5 separate currencies.
Oh yeah, Grim mentioned that.
linking accounts.
And it's like, wait, what? Why?
And finally,
Because
as
that
we
makes it
you all
better for them.
some of the Pokemon that are slated to join in future
Okay, so we know Chansey's coming. Okay.
It's also pay to win apparently.
Yeah, I've heard that because of the whole like you use the money to buy like equipment to upgrade, and it takes like I don't know if you can't, or it takes fucking forever without using like actual money.
Yeah, apparently, I've heard it just takes ages. I've heard it takes like literally ages to get good equipment.
share some news about a few of our
Nah.
games.
Ooh, other games? Cafe Mix. I actually downloaded that and I think got bored in the first hour.
And with it, a new title.
Cafe Mix Remix. Are you excited, Joseph?
Refreshed with the addition of
The most excited I've ever been.
Oh my god,
I-
Lawrence is here with the energy.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never even heard of whatever this is.
This game has one thing going for it. The artwork / design of the Pokemon.
Well, Eevee looks happy
Yeah.
about it, so
Yeah,
I'm happy
the
about
costumes are really fucking cute.
options.
it.
That's
Not
the
gonna lie, not gonna lie.
only good thing about this game. Look at how cute the costumes are.
A new puzzle game is sure to be something that can be enjoyed.
But I like literally got bored of it within the first day. Also,
Is this like this got dark very quickly for me because they just showed ice cream, which kind of do the Pokemon eat the food in that?
yeah, sometimes.
In that case,
Ah,
there's some serious
N!
cannibalism.
N!
Pokemon Masters EX celebrates
Yeah, we've got N and White.
anniversary.
Okay, good start. I'm excited about that.
Dynamaxing is
You know Oblivion is 15 years old.
Really?
partnered up with each
Yeah.
Oh god.
team up with brothers Leon and Hop to face
Yeah,
the threat
don't
of
show stuff that's already
legendary
out. 2-year anniversary. So the 2-year anniversary is N in Reshiram, which is like pretty strong.
This 2-year
Is that it
anniversary
though?
of Pokemon Masters EX,
I know you don't care about this game. I do, because it has pretty cool story.
3 different legendary events
And me and Graham were like trying to figure out what the 2-year anniversary super unit was going to be. Is it only N?
will be returning in a
2-year
special outlet
anniversary
as
is
part of a Masters
N
takeover.
Reshiram.
Ed and his
Oh,
Pokemon
I can
are
hear
able
myself
to
as an
stun
echo.
all opponents with their attacks. Look
Sorry,
forward to
that's
seeing
me.
Ed as well as other 2-year
Naughty.
anniversary sync pairs soon.
Oh wait,
Can
so
you hear it now?
don't think
Ooh.
so.
Then, starting in September, a new story
Nice.
arc.
Yes.
Villainous
Ooh.
organizations are stirring once more as the story takes a darker turn.
Okay, now that actually does look exciting.
We have plenty of other events
Because it's
and
weird.
exciting content
Pokemon Masters is like
so come join
a
us
soft
for
sequel to
special
like the
special
Rainbow Rocket arc from Sun and Moon.
Log into the game after this presentation.
Interesting.
You can
It's really weird how it's like big gacha game,
newest campaign
but
begins.
it's like really story heavy, and I love it.
Sun and Moon,
You
I
wa-
believe is. I believe Sun and Moon is the only generation I haven't played.
It's not bad. The like
Pokemon that were first discovered in the
Sorry.
region appearing in the
Continue.
wild.
I was just gonna say like the post story for Ultra Sun and Moon.
Wooloos!
Yes.
Wooloos from space! I'm so down for this.
Players can look forward to
Yes.
Wooloo,
Give.
Hornet, and
Give me
Pikachu.
space Wooloos.
The legendary Pokemon
It is funny though, because people were like have been really harsh on Sun and Moon, but Sun and Moon on Sword and Shield. But anytime someone shows like Pokemon from Galar, it's like yes.
These events and discover the truth behind these curious
Especially Wooloo. Wooloo is the best.
adventures in the real world
Wooloo is the
Yeah.
best.
Wooloo's definitely one of my favorite newer Pokemon. Although I think I very slightly prefer. Oh, what's his name?
Next up,
Uh,
about the Pokemon Brilliant
oh,
Pokemon
what's
Okay.
the sheep Pokemon from Generation 2?
Mareep.
Yeah, Marie.
Okay, quick question for you before the revealing thing. Are they going to give Palkia and Dialga special forms?
I'm so hyped for this.
hope
This is
that
the
they-
Pokemon generation I grew up with.
Oh, so you are a lot more invested in this.
I'm very invested in the remakes of Diamond and Pearl.
I think if they're giving them forms, it's gonna be akin to like the primal reversions. I don't think that it's gonna be a Dynamax, which a lot of people think, since that's the current big thing.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be the gimmick of whatever the game's like
Next, maybe.
next, maybe. Yeah.
I've got to say,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic of this. I'll probably get used to it.
Ooh,
Ooh, you can take your hat off. I think.
Oh, it looks very charming.
It looks nice, but it's literally, I'm not a fan of the little chibi people. Everything else looks gorgeous. And the actual 3D models in the battles look amazing.
Yeah.
well, pretty much in all of the Pokemons, well, especially in the earlier ones, at least up to Gen 4, weren't the people sort of chibi anyway?
Oh yeah, I mean that's what it's meant to be, invoking the old ones. It's just, I don't know, it looks a bit weird
Yeah,
to me.
Bidoof, we just got a picture of God.
Oh, so we don't need Legends Arceus then. Trainer
Yeah, we don't.
customization!
Yes.
Shouldn't be
The
the
hype
most
is
exciting
real. The
thing.
hype is so
but it's
real.
like, so, ooh!
Oh yeah, the passions, the Pokemon
Oh,
passions
and
are back.
they've changed it to actually make it like interactive.
Yeah, they've made it like a thing instead of just like oh, you enter
Underground.
this Pokemon, you win.
Underground.
Yes. Oh, and they brought the little mini games back. That's great. I'm very happy about all of this. Oh, and the little bases.
Ooh,
They've added more customization to them.
and there's underground Pokemon areas.
Good. Yeah. Oh, the Explorers.
Munchlax. I love Munchlax.
Munchlax without having to shake a tree once a day for 6 years.
Nice.
I was never I quite liked
Team
having
Galactic.
the digging thing that they had in Gen 4, but I could never actually be bothered to do it because
The last
Oh, it was so good.
Team
Like,
Galactic, one of the
Hey,
only
yeah.
serious
Oh.
villains.
Yeah. Did you see that background they had for Cyrus? That was sick. I feel like we could get a post story, like in Cyrus's new universe, or something.
Quite possibly.
I mean, wasn't there a few of the wasn't there a few wasn't there a few of the characters
Oh, we
in
are basically getting primal then, or like primal versions of them, as it seems.
I don't know.
well with the time stream things in Ultra Sun and
Brilliant
Moon
Diamond and Shining Pearl. Well,
weren't the
I know what I'm buying on November
yeah.
19th.
Sorry, go on, Lawrence.
No, just you know how there was the time vortex things in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon presumably.
Yeah, it was lightly in Sun and Moon, like a lot bigger in Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah. Didn't a few of the characters from older generations, such as Wally from Emerald, I think it was, come forward in time through time to that particular point in Sun and Moon and stuff like that.
I'm trying to remember. I know that he was in like the post game.
Yeah.
It was like so long ago that I can't remember if that was his reason for being there. But like, yeah, that's the whole reason that like the Rainbow Rocket thing happens. Like Giovanni somehow is able to traverse time and space and gathers all of the villains from Pokemon who actually succeeded.
Of course, he's Giovanni.
Which is why
He's-
I love the story in Masters, because it's like Giovanni from Rainbow Rocket appears after that and is like, nah guys, I've turned good. Like, you fucking haven't turned good. Nah, trust us, I've turned good. Guess what? Season 2 of the main story of Pokemon Masters is, turns out he's not good. Who would have fucking guessed?
Yeah.
It's so funny that anyone would trust Giovanni for a second.
Yeah.
Cynthia is investigating myths about Pokemon.
It's weird
I
though.
forget. Oh no, I'm just sorry.
Cynthia, the best final boss in any of the Pokemon games.
True.
Gameplay features from Pokemon
So far though, apart from like, yeah, as it's shown now, the contest thing,
new games.
they still haven't showed anything actually new yet.
You can participate in a number of activities.
And I'm still curious if they're actually going to put anything new in the game. Or if
I
they-
mean, the game was pretty good when it, like, at least in terms of the story, was pretty good when it came out.
Oh yeah, but it's like, if they're going to bring out a new version, they should add something new to it.
Yeah.
Especially if they want to play into the whole multiverse thing, where this is like a slightly different version of that old version of the game.
Well,
I
they've
suppose, yeah.
brought Pokemon in the Sinnoh region into those little underground bits, which is nice, I guess.
Yeah. Togepi!
Bidoof! Ah, it was well worth it, Bidoof.
What a doofer.
Bidoof's the best Pokemon. Don't at me.
I'll at you as much as I want, because
Okay.
clearly,
What Pokemon is better than the glory that is Bidoof?
because clearly, it's either Shedinja or it's definitely Snorlax.
I don't know, Bidoof's way better than either of those.
Okay, this might
I
be a
mean-
coincidence, but the outfit that Lucas was wearing there for the contest was very similar to the outfit that had Enin for the Pokemon Masters thing. Probably just a coincidence since it was like a white suit and he has Reshiram, so white suit. But, dunno, could be tie-in. Following! Or at least somewhat limited following. Following's just a feature they should never take out of games ever again.
Yeah. Although they showed that before in some other little bits.
I kind of wish that they'd sort of make, in a sense, sort of like two versions of the game. One where it's like new and updated and they've got rid of all the bugs and stuff, and another one where they've just left all the bugs and stuff in, and where
Pokemon Buggy Diamond and Pearl.
That's not all.
because that's fun.
Switch Lite, Dialga, and Palkia Edition.
Buggy
Ooh.
games are fun.
To celebrate
Hey, do you want to sell your Switch and buy...
this special
Oh my god, that's so boring.
part of the legendary Pokemon Dialga and Palkia, bringing to mind
Wow, that's so
That
boring.
is pretty boring.
Dialga
I was expecting something like major, not a slight etch on the back. It's not even like the colours of either game.
November 5th, 2021.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
But
We have some information for you
Gen 4's the only gen where I consider picking the water Pokemon. Every other time I pick fire,
Ooh,
because they're the coolest.
true.
But
Arceus time.
But Piplup is great.
Yeah, well, he gets water steel, so or is he ice steel by the end?
Water Steel.
Water steel. Then it's the other one's like
Grass
ground rock, grass ground, and then
Firefighting,
Is it
because
firefighting? Because it's always firefighting.
yeah, I mean, I love Blaziken. Blaziken's the
Doof,
greatest
doof,
Gen 3
doof, doof.
Pokemon. Doof. Get me
Okay,
more
so
Bidoof.
far, quality of the game looks better than the first showing. Or is this
I mean-
pre-generated?
No duh, they have Bidoofs. Thus
Oh.
making it the greatest game ever. Any game that has Bidoofs in it is amazing, by default.
I'm super intrigued for this game. Ooh.
That is cool.
New regionals. Wait, regionals in the past? Did they die out?
Maybe it's set in the past? It looks
yeah.
pretty old.
No, this is it's like 100 years before Diamond and Pearl.
Hmm.
But like, there's...
Typhlosion, go!
I'm actually going to really struggle to pick a starter in this one because like, they've actually picked ones that I really like.
They are all cool, but I still think Typhlosion is the best because listen to that name.
Ooh,
Typhlosion.
Typhlosion is the best of those starters.
Sinnoh and Growlithe.
Like, Typhlosion is the coolest Pokemon name. Hands down.
It is sweet.
It's also one of the best Pokemon.
Okay.
As far as Pokemon designs go, it's pretty good, but as far as names go, it's the best.
I quite like that, how they've got like I quite
That's cool.
This is looking fucking sweet.
It does. It looks great.
I do like the interface that they got here, like where they've updated the battles and stuff.
This game is like probably my most hyped because it looks gorgeous and looks really fun to play.
Also, you get to ride some Pokemon.
Yeah.
And like, damn, we all love to ride Pokemon.
Arceus.
Give us
Ooh,
Arceus.
crack. I know Arceus. Oh, Luxray!
Yeah.
Oh my god, this looks incredible!
Luxray is great. Luxray is an amazing Pokemon. And we've got a big bear. It's an angry bear.
Luxray is good.
But literally, who cares because Luxray is there.
Strong
and
style.
Luxray is the best.
Agile style. Okay, so the crack looked a lot like an ultra crack. Or is that me just overthinking it?
Who knows? It's Pokemon, so the answer is maybe.
Yeah. You know, it's a Pokemon thing, so you've got to like look at the tiniest detail and try to get all the lore.
Well, yeah, but then like 5 minutes later, you might find something else that immediately is just like, well, no. So the answer is you're either overthinking it. Oh, that is great.
The other three best starters.
That's not true.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Samurott, but I love them. I love Duot. Duot's cool as fuck. He is a samurai.
Oshawott great. Oshawott's great. Little boy. My little.
That was a great trailer. Like the first one was pretty good, but had a lot of stuttering issues and slightly lower quality. This actually looks real good.
Doof.
I wonder if this game will have like multiplayer.
If it does, it'll be exceptional.
Ah, so it's not called Sinnoh, it's called Hisui. I wonder when the name changed. So I guess they're Hisuian Pokemon, not Sinnohian. Ooh, I noticed that. So
where's Sinnoh based on?
Say again? Like where?
Where's Sinnoh based on?
Real world.
Yeah.
Japan. It's a region of Japan.
Right.
I can't remember exactly which one. There, look. If you look at the chimney thing there, that was a Galarian wheezing, which is interesting.
It is a Galarian wheezing.
He looks weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if he's British, because he looks like a bit of a British nerd who's like just came to Japan and been like, yeah, I British. That would explain why like the thing outside was Galarian.
It would, especially if you owned that building or something, or helped design it.
Yeah, because it would work a bit with like the whole like British explorer type vibe. He is someone who's like traveled the world. Ooh, I saw that. They named the male character Ray.
The duty of the Survey Corps is to observe and catch Pokemon to shed light on how they live. Your survey duties hold the key to unlocking the true purpose of your adventure, and in the course of your work, you'll visit various locations within the Hisui region. Your excursions outside the village will begin by preparing at a base camp. At these camps, you'll be able to prepare for your survey work by buying
Ooh, a
items or crafting new
tumblestone?
ones from basic materials.
I like these old-looking Pokeballs.
Yeah, the like old design.
Yeah.
So use caution when you're out doing your survey work. When your Pokemon are hurt, you can return to a base camp to rest up and recover.
I love that.
Once you've
You get
completed
hit with a
your
lightning
survey,
bolt and you just black out. You don't like have a heart attack and die.
Pokemon live all over the place.
Because if a 10-year-old got hit with a ball of lightning, they'd be totally fine, right?
I mean, it's weird in the Pokemon world, doof, because like, the bonding with God. But like, in the Pokemon world, people are a lot more hardy. No shakes.
There are a variety of tricks to catching them all. Throw a Pokeball
I really
to
hope
one
that
of
like
your
this
Pokemon
game
or wild Pokemon
is
in a battle
a sign of what like the major games are gonna look like from here on.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I really hope so, because this looks like a huge step up from the normal games.
Yeah. I'd even say it looks better than a bit better than Sword and Shield. No, I mean not massively better, but still like
Yeah.
a bit better.
I think they have to be careful with the combat, though.
I mean, so far it looks like there's
Yeah, but I'm worried it's gonna be too easy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's
Pokemon's always been a bit easy.
It's always been easy, but like, it would be nice if they finally at least had like hard mode. You know, like they did
Yeah.
in Black.
Yeah.
If you beat the game.
Yeah, if you
first.
beat the entire game, you unlock hard mode. Like, wait a minute.
I wish
What's the
they
point?
could just have difficulty settings at the start and be like, yes, we would like hard or easy mode, please.
Or extra
think-
hard.
Or,
I think to a degree.
or please, can you add like a hell mode? Please add a mode that is just impossible because it's Pokemon. It'll be like, you know, neutral.
But like I think
Oh, it's an evolution.
I think to a degree things were harder in like the older like not necessarily harder overall, but harder in certain aspects.
I mean, like,
If you get
as Joseph
In the-
said earlier, like, Cynthia is well known for being quite the challenge. In Black and White,
Yeah.
people really struggled with Getsus. Like, I don't remember anyone saying, "Oh, I really struggled against Leon." Leon was
Yeah,
easy.
Because by the time you get to Leon, all of your Pokemon, unless you're actively trying to keep your Pokemon's level down, like you're just gonna be over level 60, approaching level 70 by the time you fight him, and have at least one legendary.
Yeah. Ah, look, say I was right. It was Hisuian.
I mean, with Pokemon Emerald, it's kind of the same. By the time you get to the Elite Four, you can have a legendary.
Yeah, but like
I think the problem came, which I'm
in
not.
Pokemon Emerald, at least when you get the legendary, it's like 20 levels lower than the people you're fighting.
No, the legendary's Rayquaza and it's level 70. They're 20 levels lower than you.
It depends if you catch, because if you catch it at the first opportunity possible, it's like 30 levels lower. Versus if you catch it later on when you're supposed to, it's level
You know,
70.
Because I've caught it at level 70 before the Elite Four.
But the thing that I think caused the biggest problem was when they introduced the always on EXP share thing, and the fact that you get experience for catching Pokemon as well. It made it. I love that feature because it helped with it leveling up everything other than your main thing, but it meant that you got a lot more experience.
Yeah.
I think the main problem that it suffered from in Sword and Shield was, I think that the raid battles giving you so many rare candies and XP up things, that was the main issue. Because that leveled your... You could easily have a level 100 Pokemon, before you've beaten the, second or first gym.
Yeah, I literally did that, because originally I was recording playing Sword and Shield, and then stopped because I'm me. But I hadn't got past, the first gym, I think? But I had unlocked the wild area, and I just played it endlessly, and I'd not even started the main story, basically, and had tons of level 100 Pokemon.
Yeah. And with the addition of Pokemon Home, it's well...
Just transfer all of your best Pokemon from Pokemon Go and just be done with it.
Oh, we're done. Apparently it was... I could have swore that I heard it was 40 minutes, not 30 minutes. So...
in conclusion,
what did you guys think? I feel like, unsurprisingly, Legends Arceus kind of overshadowed everything.
Yeah.
I was very hyped for the Gen 4 remakes.
I mean, there was at least some stuff that was pretty hype. Weirdly enough, quite excited for the contests.
Yeah, I mean, it's interactive. You're gonna get to set your Pokemon to do little poses.
Yeah. Also,
instead of just worrying about whether they're cool or not.
I only just noticed that message from you, Lawrence.
Because I've just been watching it on YouTube, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Alright, okay.
I mean, I noticed a little bit late, but oh well.
Yeah, no worries.
But I don't know, pretty excited.
I'm very hyped. I'm very hyped for the Gen 4 remake. It's the thing I'm most hyped for out of that. Although I am definitely looking forward to more Pokemon games that aren't just rock, paper, scissors, lizard spark and you win. Where it's well, you see, his Pokemon is a water type. Better not bring fire.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of the core of Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, but I'd like them to at least add some spice to it, because the only other way you can influence it is your Pokemon 20 levels higher, then you'll win.
Yeah.
Every encounter. I'd like them to at least add some other system or mechanic in where it's they're a water type, but they have an ability or a thing that might help them out a bit more against fire types of this, I'd like them to add some spice in some ways to it. At the very least.
That would mean they'd have to redesign the whole thing.
I'd like them to just it wouldn't have to be massive. Give them some secondary thing or whatever that's or introduce moves that make them act as a different type or something.
One thing that I would quite like to see is sort of. You know how there's sort of unofficial hard versions of the game of certain games that get
ROM hacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the self-imposed challenges like Nuzlocke?
Yeah.
No, Emerald Kaizo, a bit like that.
The ROM hacks. Yeah,
the ROM hacks with the actual hard modes.
I think it, a bit like what you were saying before, Joe. I think it would be good if the sort of released difficulty mode like that, so it was more of a challenge for people who wanted the challenge, but you wouldn't necessarily have to go through it to actually.
Yeah, difficulty settings, as a general rule of thumb, shouldn't be saved until you've completed the entire game first.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sure
Like-
there was weird thing around the difficulty setting where what was it? You had to like. Was it you had to restart your entire game, or
I think so,
was it?
yeah.
I mean,
Was it you could only send it to someone else?
I know that if you had to, in order to unlock in order to unlock hard mode, you had to do it on black version, and easy mode was on white version.
Hmm.
Also, who is out here completing all of Pokemon White only to unlock easy mode and then replay all of Pokemon White on easy?
Also, what's like
Who beats a game to play it easier next?
you go through the whole game and then it's like, okay, now delete all of your Pokemon so you can try again. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. Unless, well, Pokemon Home has sorted that problem
Well, yeah,
out now, Andrew.
that's sorted that now. You just have to pay for a subscription.
You just send all your Pokemon to Pokemon Home and then it's fine. Which, I enjoy Pokemon Home. You can finally now have all the Pokemon.
Well,
I need to download Pokemon. They've got Pokemon on it and haven't re-downloaded it yet.
Because, you know, now it's an easy dub to complete the Pokédex.
shame that there's not a game you can complete the Pokédex on.
Oh, yeah.
Since
you
they
know.
still haven't finished the Pokédex in Sword and Shield. They nearly finished it, but they're like, nah, let's not bother putting the last couple.
Yeah, it is technically impossible to finish the Pokédex on any of the individual games unless you have Pokemon Home, in which case you can fulfill the Pokédex in Pokemon Home exclusively.
How exciting. It's just like,
Yeah.
all they needed to do was add the last 100 or so in the game, and they'd have a game with everything in it.
Yeah, but no.
And no doubt
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl won't have them all either.
Yeah. And I think as time goes on, it's gonna get harder and harder to do that.
I mean,
Like, I think
that was the whole reason that they didn't put all of them in. They're like, there's too many.
Yeah. I think as
Well,
time
like-
goes on, you're just gonna get, like, I mean, they might increase the number of Pokemon overall as time goes on, but I think they'll never have a game where you have every Pokemon in it.
Which is kind of a shame.
Yeah. You know, unless you go back in time to before Gen 3 existed.
But like, I think if they were willing to put a Pokemon game onto, I mean they won't do it because I think the world too tied with Nintendo at this point. But I think if they were willing to put a Pokemon game on computer, then they could probably do it.
Oh yeah, that's never happening.
Yeah.
But it's never gonna happen because the
Because it's
two
one of the
Nintendo-
biggest sellers that Nintendo has.
yeah.
Pokemon just prints money.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a global phenomenon. Like, it's one of the biggest franchises ever. Most human beings know what Pokemon is.
Yeah, at least in
Like-
some way.
Yeah, you've at least, like, if you're alive, you've probably at least heard of Pokemon.
I mean, it would be
Yeah.
impossible to have not seen something.
Mm.
You can go to Asda and see Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, I mean the Asda near where I live sells Pokemon cards and stuff.
Exactly. So like, it's not like you could go out and never see it anywhere. Even in a local supermarket, there's Pokemon stuff. Even now.
Yeah.
I wonder if that is Nintendo's biggest product.
Like,
Maybe.
it's probably like a Mario or
I mean,
I feel like Mario's popular,
Mario.
but he
I
doesn't get
mean,
anywhere near the hype of anything Pokemon gets. Like,
yeah,
who
but
screams and shouts over the new Mario? Whereas I imagine people were fucking
loads of
screaming
people
over this.
did you not hear all the hype over like Mario Odyssey? That game was so hyped.
I mean, yeah, it was hyped and it was a good game, but like,
We all
what
loved
else? What else have people been hyped
Super
about?
Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were
Oh
both
my
exceptional
god!
games that
Yeah,
loads of people loved.
how long ago was that?
I mean that's not important. That's not important. And you know, Mario 3D World was a thing that existed,
I
and
mean,
we all observed it.
the Bowser thing in the Switch port of that was cool,
Yeah,
but like it's not as hype as like and as often as Pokemon stuff.
but importantly, Mario's one of like the most iconic mascots that all of gaming as a whole has. Like when you think of video games, like the first couple characters that come to your mind, like Mario's probably going to be one of them for most people. Like when I say video games, the first thing my brain immediately, like the first three characters my brain immediately thinks of is like Mario, Sonic, and Master Chief.
Okay,
In spite of
I disagree on the Master Chief, but when you
I
said
know.
video game, I immediately thought Sonic.
Yeah, like it's Sonic, Mario, and I thought Master Chief personally. I don't know why. I've never even fully played a Halo game. I've played like some missions of it. But when I think of video
owned an
games, I think of
Xbox for
Master
like
Chief.
a month, and that's the only Xbox I've ever owned.
I have never owned an Xbox. I've just played some of the Halo games at like friends' houses and stuff.
I don't know if I've ever played Halo. Maybe.
But yeah, like Mario and Sonic are like the things you think of when you think when I say video game. That's what most people think of, like Mario or Sonic.
Yeah. And Sonic's not had the best of times.
Yeah.
I love Sonic, and I enjoyed Sonic Forces quite a lot. But the rest of the world, apparently not so much.
In fact, if I wonder what the first result is that will come up if I search up video game.
I'm trying to think of anyone else who's like as big as those two. Like the first thing that pops to mind is Mario and Sonic.
Yeah, I mean like
Kirby.
when you search video game, like Mario is one of the first things that comes up. If you go on like images, Mario is the only thing I see for like the first two lines on Animal Crossing.
Typed in video game. First thing in the list of video games, Fortnite.
I mean, when I typed it in, the first thing in the list of video games was Minecraft, then Fortnite.
Okay. Let's switch video game to one word. Okay, it's just showing a lot of them. Video game character.
I think,
Most influential video game characters. Let's...
I love this. When you search video game characters, what for me is the first one is Master Chief, then Kratos, then Samus, then Bowser, then Peach, like Princess Peach, then Nathan Drake, Lara Croft, Cloud Strife, Gordon Freeman, Sephiroth, Solid Snake, GLaDOS, and then Luigi. Mario's not even on this list until like you scroll along the next one over.
yeah, well, people seem to have
Mario's like 2 ahead of Ganon and 1 behind Princess Zelda. And there's just Commander Shepard at the end of the first line, just behind Ezio.
Even though he's not much of a character, I would say like for the like number 3 slot, I feel like Pikachu actually might be the next one. Like after Mario and Sonic.
I don't know.
He's
I
not
think-
much of
I
a
think the
character, but
I think the number 3 slot would be very different for very. I think Mario and Sonic are pretty solidly like 1 and 2. But I think number 3 would be is like just depends on your favorite video game or like who you are really. I think a common one will be Master Chief, but I can also see a common one being like Cloud or like
see, it's funny because
Commander Shepard or
I'm a huge
Sephiroth or
fan of
GLaDOS.
Seven and Cloud, but I wouldn't put him as like top tier.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
When
I can
people-
see like I can see a lot of people's number 3 being very different just depending on like what they've played and what they like about video games, to be honest.
It is funny though that there's a 1 and a 2 slot, and then it's like quite all over the place.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. If you scroll all the way along to the end of like when you just Google video game characters in the top slots, the last character in the sequence for me is Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, sure. He's a huge video game character.
Like he's the very last one in that sequence. Carl Johnson is above him, who's like I think he's the San Andreas main character, right?
Yeah.
Is it San?
And the-
Sure, I'm gonna say yes.
And
can't
then
remember
beyond
which
that,
is
it's
which.
like beyond that, it's Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat, Dante from Devil May Cry, and then Lee Everin from that Telltale The Walking Dead game.
He's a great character.
I think, to be honest, I think Big Smoke's a bigger character than Paul Johnson from San Andreas.
Maybe.
I mean, in that Telltale game, you gotta eat people. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. I'm sorry.
Nah.
But you,
Oh, there you go. Trevor's on this list. He's in the last row, but Trevor is there. We all love Trevor.
Letting them eat people is like the most heart-wrenching thing if you do it on the second playthrough. Because it's like, Lee runs downstairs, running, gets there, and then just doesn't say anything and just nom 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 nom, just staring at them in silence. I'm like, oh, Lee, you dickhead.
Yep.
The game has such a different feel if you make Lee a horrible person.
Yep. And then there's just... What do you think about Portal and GLaDOS? Actually, what do you think about all of the Valve games? Like, the whole Gordon Freeman, like,
Meh.
stuff. You just think meh?
I feel like Portal is like one of my favorite gaming franchises there is.
I love Portal. Portal's great.
I would definitely say that Portal has more character than like Half-Life.
I've never completed the multiplayer or like the co-op run of Portal 2.
It's so good.
Yeah, but my issue with it is I've never had someone to play it with.
That's fair.
Because Lawrence isn't a big fan of Portal.
Aww.
like, it's okay. I'm mostly just like messing around with the physics engine, to be honest, rather than actually completing the game, but that's just me.
But yes, everyone I've ever asked has refused to play with me with Portal 2's co-op. So
Hey,
sad.
maybe at some point we can do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although it's I do know the co-op. I do know one thing about the co-op because I've seen like clips of people playing it, and it's just it's the fastest way to ruin a friendship because you just want to kill each other all the time.
I don't know.
I mean,
I played it and we just had a load of fun.
I'd play it with you. I'm just probably not going to be very good at it.
I also feel like it's a game that is way better as a couch co-op than an online co-op. Because, you've got, like, the pings of you should put your portal there. But it's much better when you can just point at the screen and say, there.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of Commander Shepard, though, I recently finished my first playthrough of the entire Mass Effect trilogy with one character.
Oh, you actually finished? Fucking
Yeah.
hell, you got through that fast.
I mean, that's how I play most games. I binge them until completion.
I mean, fair enough. I can't really say anything against that because I'm exactly the same.
Um, so yeah, as soon as I started playing Mass Effect 1, it was like a shoo-in that I was gonna complete Mass Effect 3 at some point.
Hmm.
I tried to do like a proper Paragon run, but I was very underwhelmed by the ending.
Yeah, that was I was literally just about to ask. So, what did you think as someone who played all in one go?
Um, like the rest of the game was great, and the whole DLC Evil Shepherd clone thing was great. I liked that. That was fun.
But the actual ending, not so much.
The actual ending was I didn't do fully Paragon, although I was a Paragon character for like 99% of it, but I didn't get to 100% Paragon in Mass Effect 3. I'm not sure if that unlocks a different ending or whatever.
Hmm.
So I might retry that, but go 100% Paragon.
And play through them all over again.
Oh no. It if you finish the last mission, it resets you to just before you start the last mission.
What, and you can like fully upgrade your
and so-
Paragonness.
And so I'll just go do a bunch of side quests and gain more points in Paragon. Is my plan.
Sure.
So I might do that. But I've heard it's essentially a choice between 3 different colors of laser.
Ooh.
Like, and I've already had one. And it's kind of underwhelming, the ending. Do you mind spoilers, or have you already finished it or whatever?
I've never played. I'm not sure if I will. Just because,
Okay.
again, it is one of those like huge.
Like Mass Effect
undertakings.
1. Actually, Lawrence is here, and I know he is playing Mass Effect.
I mean, I can go and come back if you want.
Leave for like a minute and then come back.
1 minute.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right. You have 1 minute to talk about 3 games. Cool.
Okay. Lawrence, have you gone?
One second.
That sounds like a no.
Okay. So Mass Effect 1 is like the Reapers are here and they're terrifying and they're this weird robot aliens that seemingly harvest all sentient organic life every couple of thousand years.
Hmm.
And they let everyone develop up to a point and they leave technology behind to make sure that they evolve in this like way that they want them to. And they keep killing everyone and repeating this cycle. And essentially that all comes down to you get to the end, you build the super weapon that can beat all the Reapers. And I haven't gone 100% Paragon, so I don't know if there's another ending. But the only endings that were available is you either shoot this AI that controls the Citadel, and the world resets. You blow up all the Reapers, or you control all the Reapers. And if you're a good person, then that's nice, and the Reapers help everyone out. And if you're a bad person, then that's not nice, and the Reapers take over the universe, and you just are evil. Or you blow up all the Reapers and kill yourself and all the Geth. Because, like, the point of Mass Effect, the reason the Reapers are doing this is because they're trying to make sure that synthetic and organic life doesn't synthetic life doesn't constantly murder organic life.
Hmm. Robots bad.
Yeah, but you completely disprove that because in like one of the possible like decision trees you could have done, you actually make the Geth good. Like you make all the Geth proper AIs and they all grow consciences, and they gain true consciousness. And they can and you like make the like broker a peace between them and the people who made them. And they like share their home world and stuff. And like everything's just nice and happy. You can literally prove it 100% wrong. Which is real dumb.
Is that the
Oh.
first game?
That is the third game. That is the
Okay.
ending of the third game. The ending of the first game is you kill Saren, who's this rogue specter who is trying to start this Reaper invasion early, because essentially the first game's plot is you delay the Reaper invasion, and you try and warn everyone, but no one really believes you. Or it seems like they do, but then in the second game, they immediately do a 180 and stop believing you, even though they've actually seen a Reaper by that point. They just think it's like a Geth flagship, and you're like, but it's what? This is the most this is the most evidence that could exist.
Actual evidence.
This is the actual threat tried to attack you guys, and you're just like, nah. And so in Mass Effect 2, you fight the Collectors, who are like Reaper mutated Protheans, who are the alien race who existed in the cycle before yours, that all got harvested and turned into like weird aliens that were readying more people to be harvested for the next cycle. You kill them, and you also blow up a Mass Effect relay, which prevents the Reapers from invading sooner than they would. Like, you literally catch it where it's like, instead of them all arriving in 30 minutes, you blow up that relay so it takes them an extra year to arrive. Like, you save the day in Mass Effect 2. And you do it all on your own, which is impressive. Because, like, you spend all of the previous missions in all of the games with 2 other people helping you. And you have to do that mission all on your own, which is pretty great. And Mass Effect 3, you actually beat the Reapers because you make a big super weapon that can either kill them or control them. Or if you're 100% Paragon, I believe there is an ending where you can survive. Because if you control them all, you'll die, but you basically become a supercomputer that controls all the Reapers.
And it's a good thing that Lawrence didn't come back after literally a minute, because that definitely didn't take a minute.
Yeah, and that's basically the plot of Mass Effect. The first 2 games are great, and the Reapers are an unknown cool threat. And then the third game is like, well, they're just weirdly wrong killer organic alien robots.
Well, I'll probably never play it, but
all the characters are amazing, especially Rex. Rex is the best character in that entire game. Or actually no, my favorite character is Garrus.
I recognize that name. That's a good sign.
My favorite character is Garrus because he's the only character who can be your companion in all 3 games consecutively. I mean, technically also Tali and Liara can be there. Liara's there in the first game, and if you buy one of the DLCs, you can go on a mission with her, and like she'll be your companion during those missions, but no other time. And then Tali can be your companion in all of the games. That's why those 3 are like the shoo-ins for my favorites, but Garrus is the real homie. And then Rex is just hilarious because he's a Krogan and all Krogan are great. Don't at me. We can now tell Lawrence to open his ears because I've now said all the Mass Effect stuff.
You were finished with your spoilers.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I've finished spoiling Mass Effect for Andrew.
Okay.
I just saw something that's a very good point. So, I didn't even realize during the Pokemon Arceus thing, you see a woman that's working there who is basically Cyrus but woman and is called Silene. It's like, wait a minute. So it's his ancestor. And I love...
Come on, Silene. Oh, say what you mean. Oh.
I just love how instantly everyone is like, don't trust this woman. She has the resting Cyrus face.
Nah, it's fine. You should you should trust her just like you should trust Giovanni.
He's a good guy now. We promise. Definitely good guy.
Yeah, I mean he's great. We all love Giovanni.
Definitely not going to betray you, I promise. Shit, I betrayed you the first chance I got. I'm just scrolling through Twitter. There's a lot of good artwork for Diamond and Pearl and Arceus.
Yeah, I do like the look of it, like, of the games. Like,
Oh, cool. In the Diamond Pearl remakes, you can change your like skin color and stuff. So it's not just limited to the one Dawn and Lucas skin,
all right,
which is like a nice,
yeah.
all-inclusive change.
What is your favorite video game?
Oh my god, what a fucking question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about
mean-
you, Lawrence?
I mean, in terms of first-person shooters, to be honest, I'm like quite set in my ways, and pretty much like the original Call of Duty Black Ops, almost purely because of the zombies.
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
on my own I've ever made it higher than round 5 in that.
I don't know why, but I wasn't overly keen on zombies later on after that, really. I'm not sure if it was because of the way that the game was or the way that the art was, but I didn't particularly like it after that. Then, real-time strategy games, it's sort of a toss-up between either Stellaris or Hearts of Iron 4, really.
Yes.
I know what my favorite third-person shooter is, and it's Star Wars, and technically, actually, yeah, I think it's also the first-person shooter. The original Star Wars Battlefront 2 is probably my favorite shooter game.
Yeah.
Yes, but have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entire The Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to level 60 for free, with no restrictions playtime?
I'm gonna be honest, my favorite MMORPG is KOTOR.
Isn't it Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh, I love that stupid Final Fantasy XIV meme so much.
KOTOR's a great game.
Also, no joke, 14 is a fantastic game.
I
Yeah,
absolutely love KOTOR as well.
KOTOR's great. KOTOR best MMORPG. We all know this.
Disagree.
I like RuneScape.
Never played. God, I hope I never do.
I too like RuneScape, but you know, KOTOR is still the best because it's Star Wars, the MMORPG. What's not to like? With it's Star Wars set in a time period where there's an army of Sith and Jedi trying to kill each other. What is not to like?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the best. Sith, Jedi, everyone.
I'm like really struggling to think, like, other than 14, what other games do I like? I mean, I like it, but I don't know if I'd say it's the best game ever. I mean, I'm like trying to think of like my favorite games of all time. Obviously, there'd be at least one Kirby in there. Don't know which one. Maybe the original.
Well,
Didn't catch a word of what Lawrence was trying to say there. Okay. I had like 20 seconds of absolute silence. Still silence.
Can you hear us?
I heard you say that.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Go, Lawrence.
Quickly, before
Yeah,
the internet gets you.
Yeah, Gran Turismo 4. I like Gran Turismo 4. It's one of my favorite racing games.
I don't think I've ever played a Gran Turismo.
I'll say this. The newest God of War game is perhaps the best game I have ever played.
Oh, that's a very hot take. A lot of people won't like.
Yeah. I mean, everyone loves it. It's a great game.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not as good as the old ones where you get to rip someone's head off
it's a
every 5
million
seconds.
times better.
Oh.
I mean, there's no aspect in which it's just not a better game. Because, like, hey, do you want those cool boss fights from the older games? It's called Fighting the Valkyries and the Valkyrie Queen.
Oh god, the fucking Valkyries. I went after them far too early in the game.
You went after them. Like, when did you go after them?
I
Like,
mean, I didn't have the Blades of Chaos.
oh god! So you just like not even like approaching the end game. You just went after them and got slaughtered.
I mean,
Did you?
I did the whole of not Helheim, what's it called? Muspelheim. I did the whole of that all the way up to the boss. And then I was like, I can't beat this boss!
Oh yeah, no one can beat the Valkyrie Queen at that point.
I did pretty well, but it was like, she like 2 hits me.
Yeah, I mean, unless you are one of those, like, you know, masochists who plays, you know, that just fucking... I will do the Sans boss fight until I can beat it no hit. Or I will play every single Souls game no hit.
I just hadn't realised how early I was doing it. I unlocked Muspelheim, and was like, oh, well, I guess now is the best time to do this.
Ah, yes. The best time.
I think you unlock it, like, right after doing, Alfheim? Is that what it's called? The Elf World.
Yeah. But yeah, the new God of War is great. Like, it never cuts. It's just brilliant.
I'm very excited for the sequel.
I will say, Mass Effect is probably not my favorite video game, but it is probably my favorite story that has ever come out of any video game.
Okay.
Like, all of the characters felt like people that I cared about and, like, wanted to have a good time and, like, you know, I wanted them to get their, like, character arcs finished up and done.
I mean, I suppose that's actually how I feel about 14. I wouldn't
Like,
say it's the best game out there, but definitely fucking intensely good story.
Like, like, as far as the combat goes, the combat in 1 I think was amazing. The combat in 2 and 3 was good, but it was as soon as you got into 2 or 3, it became very cover shootery. And like, they changed the way biotics worked which was an. It wasn't. I don't think it was necessarily worse. I just think it was different. And since I went straight from playing the first one into the last two, I immediately was like thrown off a bit.
Ooh, I've thought of a game. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
I've never played any of the Legend of Zelda games except from Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, I think, would definitely be up there in my, like, at least top 10 for sure. Don't know about top 5.
What's my of time?
I've never played Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time is a good game. It's weird because it's a good game, but I don't feel it's, like, that replayable. That might be just me.
I've seen people play Majora's Mask.
I feel like Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time. Is that a hot take? Who knows?
I know that's the one where, like, you know, they just think Link's dead and the moon doesn't actually do enough damage to be a threat.
It's magic.
But it's not falling fast enough to... It would stop on the tower.
Magic.
That's how slow it's falling.
It's...
Anything that takes 3 days to get from the, like, top of the atmosphere to ground level is moving so astronomically slowly, it would have to be using magic to actively prevent itself from falling that fast.
But that might be the case. It might have been, like, since it is a living thing, it might have been actually just moving.
Yeah, but in that case, it still shouldn't hit the ground hard.
I mean, it could hit the ground hard. It wouldn't make that uber explosion.
Like, if it's moving that fast, it won't hit the ground hard, though.
Magic. Magic is the answer to everything.
I blame I blame Frankenstein.
That's why I think if I ever did play Majora's Mask, I'd just constantly let everybody die because I'd just be standing at the clock tower waiting for the moon to hit. Being like, come on, we all know that this won't actually do anything.
And then you tootle back in time.
And then tootle back in time, and then I'm like, ah, well, I guess I do actually have to do stuff. I also enjoy how the entire premise of that game starts because, like, somebody mugs you.
Yeah. And then that has the whole, but did Link die?
Yeah.
I mean, the horse definitely fucking died. That horse does not come back.
I don't know about that one. Magic.
Like, by the end of the game, it's like, hey, you've won and everything's right in the world. No, it's not. Horse is fucking dead. That was his fucking best friend.
That's a good thing about Red Dead Redemption 1. You can play through the whole game and not lose your horse. You can lose the main character in that game, but not the horse.
Also, I just realized, like, by the end of Majora's Mask, there's, like, still a plot thread hanging. Because the whole point of Majora's Mask is Link goes out to look for Navi, who is missing for some reason.
Hey, look, listen.
And then the game ends without him finding Navi.
Yes. Because he saved the world.
Maybe?
Which is more important than Navi.
Is Termina even part of the world?
Magic.
Yeah. It's like he falls down a hole, then is either in a different place or a different world. It's never actually, like, specified.
Magic. Come on, Andrew.
Unless it's...
So let's...
No, going by Breath of the Wild logic, it's not magic, it's science magic.
It's science. Dot. Magic. No. What's your favorite timeline?
I mean, I think the bad timeline, because that's the one that leads to my favorite game.
What's your favorite game?
The Link's Awakening. Which is essentially He's just like Link's out on a boat having a nice time. Storm hits, and then he ends up in a coma from a space fish having nightmares. Sorry,
Nice.
space whale having nightmares. And it's a
Nice.
really dark game because to win the game, you have to kill hundreds of people.
I do enjoy that they have 3 timelines, 2 of which you win, 1 of which you lose.
Is there only 3? I feel like there's more now. Oh, wait,
No, there
well,
are
no,
just 3 timelines.
wait, no, there's 3, and now there's another 2 timelines.
There are 3 timelines, and then non-canon things, and then things that are canon, but don't create. They create timelines, but they're closed timelines that don't actually create timelines.
Yeah, but like basically somehow all of the timelines converge into Breath of the Wild. I don't know how the fuck that works because it makes no sense that all 3 timelines still end up in the same place.
It technically makes sense if you believe that non-canon terrible game.
Which one?
Like I can't remember what it is. But it's like a. It came out before Breath of the Wild. I can't remember its name.
What's it about?
The plot is like a bunch of different things from various timelines are like seeping into one timeline or another, and like you get to. It's a fighting game where a bunch of links can kill each other.
I'm not. You mean Hyrule Warriors?
I think it's Hyrule Warriors, yes.
No clue about that. I know that there's now a second timeline again, despite the fact that they managed to get it down to one timeline. No. We're gonna make the.
In spite of the fact that Hyrule Warriors isn't canon, it does actually if the events of that game take place, it does actually make sense that all of the timelines lead into Breath of the Wild.
Sure. But like, then they made the new sequel/prequel to Breath of the Wild, which creates another timeline again. It's like, but you got rid of timelines. Why would you make more? And then it's like,
Because, Andrew, we're not aiming for easy to understand timeline like before. We're trying to get up to Fate Stay Night levels of timeline.
also like in the, what the hell's it called? Calamity something. Whatever. The sequel, the Calamity Warriors, the sequel thing. Everyone is so much more powerful. Like, insanely more powerful. And then you're gonna go to Breath of the Wild 2 and be like, damn, this Link is shit.
Do you know what the Fate timeline, like, do you know about it?
I mean, like, I know of it. I definitely don't know it.
It's fine. It's one coherent timeline that splits in, I believe, in the mainline manga adaptations to anime, it only splits in like 3 places.
Oh,
4,
wow.
because technically one of the 3 timelines splits again. So it only splits in 3 places. If you include the rest of the canon Fate lore, then it splits in like, I believe, and it's close to 15.
Nice. I mean, I suppose...
And all of those timelines are canon. There is only one original starting point. Everything, it is all canon and it all has a connection. One of the timelines is only connected to the other timelines because one character has a dream.
Okay.
Which makes that timeline canon.
I mean, I complain about this stuff, but like my favorite aspect of Pokemon now is the like multiverse of it, which is like the best part of the games now for me.
You want to talk about the Dragon Ball multiverse?
Not really. The fucking my favorite Dragon Ball joke thing is just like Trunks from the future comes back and talks to God and is like, "Yeah, I time traveled." And he's like, "You fucking what? You're not allowed to do that." I do it all the time. That's illegal. And then you like think of the Dragon Ball games that are all about time travel and going back
Yeah,
and
but,
fucking up the timeline.
I think the most recent one where it's time travel, you actually play as the time police, who like go around arresting people who do all of this time travel stuff.
Time police,
And, like,
woo woo.
Many of the Trunkses are members of it.
I wonder why. The most time traveled fucker there is.
Yeah, yeah. I also enjoy the fact that, you know, the whole Trunks coming back in time to like solve the problems in the future.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't actually work. Like, he goes back in time and he saves the day in that timeline, but then when he goes back to the future,
everything's still the same.
still
He's
the
just
same
stronger.
because multiverse theory.
Also, I love how the final ending for that universe is absolute destruction. God snaps his fingers and the universe ceases to be.
Yes.
And now
But,
there's two gods.
Trunks makes it.
Also, did you see how it was trending that in the current DBZ, Vegeta just got his ass handed to him again?
Oh, did he really?
Yes. No winning for Vegeta. Only failure after failure.
Vegeta's not allowed to win.
No, Goku is supposed to.
Goku is the who wins, Vegeta or Goku?
I wonder. I don't even know what's going on. Is it still the Goat Man magician, or is it something else now?
I don't know. The last thing I heard was Vegeta had become even more OP than before.
And not enough though, apparently.
And was seemingly like maybe gonna win that fight, like before Goku did, and finally get one over Goku. But
spoilers.
The next thing I heard
Nope.
was you saying Vegeta just lost a fight. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Apparently lost a fight really bad as well.
How? He had such an OP ability. He gained like
Spirit
control,
powers.
which meant that he could like instantly steal all of the energy from someone.
Maybe the enemy has no energy.
Yeah, he stole the energy from the enemy, and also like can control like whether or not the enemy can absorb other people's energy. Which is just like, how does he lose at that point?
Wait,
I mean, Goku came in with Ultra Instinct, which like
wait, is that a real
sure,
thing?
maybe that can win because it's not he's getting more powerful, it's he's just much better at martial arts or whatever. But like he should surely be able to beat anybody whose only thing is like, I just have a lot of power.
Oh my god, why is that real? So there's the new form that Vegeta gets. Guess what it's called? It's called Mega Instinct. Vegeta Mega evolved!
Dumb.
So Vegeta lost with Mega Instinct, whatever the fuck that is. Like, what?
What does Goku get? Omega Instinct.
Okay, who the fuck's Granola? Why the fuck's he called Granola Bar? Is he a... Wait, is he a Saiyan?
Plus.
Goku gets a new form, Goku. He just has the power of his own plot armor.
Okay, he's a sole survivor of the Cerealian. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
I don't even remember PyCon.
I remember that name.
PyCon is casually like one of the most powerful dead warriors ever. And no one ever like he is stronger than Cell, Frieza, and King Cold because he beats all of them in a fight. And they don't think about resurrecting him when the Tournament of Power is coming up.
No, just get Yamcha.
Yamcha's the best. Don't disrespect Yamcha.
Yamcha is a retired fighter who became a baseball star.
And he got a free shot in on the kitty cat person.
Yamcha, I mean, in terms of power, he's the worst.
He's the best.
He's so weak, it's just embarrassing.
You're embarrassing. Yamcha's the best, damn it.
Okay, if he's the best, what's his strongest technique?
Something more powerful than Hakai, I can tell you that.
His strongest technique is like Spirit Ball. Not Spirit Bomb, Spirit Ball. Which is literally just a thing that every character in the series can do. Because it's just you throw out what is, to every other character, a normal tiny key blast, and then you control which direction it flies in. Which every character in the series can do at this point.
You just don't understand. He hasn't revealed his true final form yet.
Except the ones from, like, the original Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Like,
I want to tell you something. I want you to tell me if this... Because I thought it was at first. Does this just sound like something from a gacha game? The Super Saiyan God SS Evolved.
I didn't know Goku had that many loot boxes on hand.
That sounds like the title of a gacha unit, not the name of the Super Saiyan Blue form.
Well, to be honest, it made sense because of that, like, Dragon Ball Hero game, like, Heroes thing that came out, right?
Hmm.
Where it's literally just like, hey...
Gotcha.
Gotcha. We've made a Dragon Ball multiverse anime that is just a lot of fighting with, like, no plot in order to move gacha stuff.
And it works real bad. People just throw money at that stupid... I hate gachas so much, and I hate that I play so many of them.
I hate gachas, and I also play 50 of them.
I
still hate them.
I literally do play 3 gacha games. I hate them so much.
Yeah, because you play
Genshin, Honkai, and Pokemon Masters.
Ah, right. Yeah. I play a total of 0 gacha games.
Admittedly, I've put very, very little money into them. In fact, I've only put money into like one of them, and it was very little.
Unless you count Star Wars Battlefront 2 as a gacha game like the new one.
Sort of. It's a gacha game that you've got to pay full price for. It's the worst kind of gacha.
I didn't buy anything from, like, loot boxes or anything. I just earned all of the characters and abilities. Like, I earned Darth Vader. And all the new characters they introduced and stuff.
See, to me, I only think that it's okay to spend money on gachas if you spend up to the amount that a game would normally cost if it's a free game.
Like £60 then.
Something like that. Like, if, for example, like Genshin Impact, I play it every day and have for, like, I don't know, the past year nearly. I feel like that's worthy of £60. In terms of, like, I have gotten a lot of enjoyment out of this. I don't mind putting some money back into it for this completely free experience.
Oh yeah, new episode of Slime.
Yes, very.
There was
very good, but also,
things happen. Things happen. They weren't the things I wanted to happen, but they happened. So
I'm still, as I said to you last morning night, I'm still very much on the wall about, is the Walpurgis actually going to happen this season? I know that they said it is tonight, but at the same time,
it's going to happen. They can't not have it happen. If they don't have it it's literally impossible for it to not occur unless they literally make the next, like...
How many episodes are left again?
I mean, we have 5 episodes left.
Ooh, that is a lot.
Like, unless they in real time it. Like...
What you mean, like the previous discussion?
Like every 20 minutes in the actual anime world is the show. Like, they have no cuts, or they spend like multiple episodes on the same events from different perspectives. Then it's going to happen.
I mean, I'm struggling to think what. They can spend an episode on the actual war, an episode on infiltrating the castle, and there's like, I don't see any way for 3 more episodes that they can delay it. And it would also make a lot of sense to make the last 3 episodes the Walpurgis.
Unless they spend 2 episodes traveling.
And then the last episode is them arriving.
Yes. And then not actually doing anything. And then it's like, well, season 3 of Slime, come back and you can actually see what happened.
But by come back, we mean next year.
By come back, we mean 4 years from now. We're taking a hiatus.
Fucking anime.
Also, I'm very hyped, but I'm also aware that the new JoJo's Part 6 will have to compete with Attack on Titan Season 2 Part 2. Sorry, no, the final season Part 2 for best anime of that season. Because all of the episodes are dropping world.
I don't care about Attack on Titan anymore. I did when it first came out, and then I just dropped off and stopped caring. And the ending just sounds fucking insane. I'm the main character, I'm good. Oh wait, I'm suddenly evil because we need someone to be evil to unite the world?
Yes.
I mean, I sort of understand, but probably better ways to go about that.
Yeah, but you know, rip. But yeah, so JoJo's Part 6 is dropping on Netflix everywhere on like December 11th, which will be a nice Christmas present. But
JoJo for Christmas.
And every single episode is dropping on Netflix because they're not doing it weekly because Netflix don't do weekly releases.
I mean, they just did the same with the first half or so of Shaman King. That just dropped on Netflix in full English, although the dub is, like, in my opinion, really, really bad.
Which means if you're going through the usual channels that aren't Netflix, you will have to wait for ages to watch JoJo's because everywhere else is releasing all of the JoJo's at, like, 1 episode per week.
Uh-huh.
But obviously, like, Are we genuinely just going to, in one day, get 39 episodes of JoJo's Part 6?
And then I'll talk to you the day after, and you'll be like, I've watched all of them.
Yes.
How? I
I've
just
watched all-
have.
3 times. Don't test me.
Well,
Stone Ocean. We're gonna get to see Stone Free. It's gonna be great.
on that note, I think I'm going to go for a bit and get a bit of fresh air
And
before,
prepare
yeah, before D&D time.
for rock-based death.
In
No,
an hour.
ship-based death.
Yeah.
Ship death.
Well, I was more like The Rock is going to kill
Oh,
us.
that rock. I need to remember and make some sort of rock-based joke. But I can't think of anything besides can you smell what the rock is cooking? And that doesn't really fit anything.
You've got Rock Around the Clock.
Anywho,
Hey, this attack rocks.
thank you for joining me for Pokemon Direct and then an hour of talking about random shit afterwards.
Yeah, it's great. We all love it.
I will see everyone in 3
About-
hours' time.
Lawrence, I'm not talking to you for the next 3 hours. I'm sorry. Andrew's just declared it.
Same.
That's absolutely fine. I don't expect to talk to you.
Andrew just declared I'm not allowed to see you for 3 hours. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay.
Silence
I was-
for 3 hours.
Anyway, see you in 20